Hi everyone, Marianne Cowan here from Pinery Paper Crafts. It is Tuesday, February 23rd. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining me in my craft studio today. I come live every day at 3 to hopefully provide inspiration, show you what you can do with some different layouts for the bundles and stamp sets from Stampin' Up. Hi Monique. And just a note, on Thursday, I'm going to be coming live a bit earlier, I think, because I have a hair appointment. So my hair appointment's at 3. So I'll probably come live at 2 instead of 2:30, instead of 3. But I'll put a reminder. Just make sure I can see the comments. All right. Why is it not letting, oh, there we go. Okay, so this week, just a reminder, Celebration ends on Sunday. With every $60 in Canada purchase, you can choose a free Celebration item. And today we're using the ombre paper again. This paper is really fun. And then there's a couple of products that are available with a larger purchase because one of them's a bundle. Berry Blessings, you get a stamp set and paper. Awesome paper, and the stamp set is beautiful. And then this one, A Touch of Ink. It's a very large stamp set, so it's free with a $120 purchase. All right, so we are playing with Simply Succulents, the stamp set, and the potted succulents dies. These dies, I've used these sentiment greeting dies a lot, not even just with this set. And I've used the sentiments a lot as well. They're just really, really pretty. Kind people are my kind of people. Nice. You make the ordinary extraordinary. Very pretty. All right, so we're using that. And then on the last card, we're using the Forever Greenery Designer Series paper. Now, just a reminder that our annual catalog only goes until the end of April this year. And then the new catalog begins in May. So all these beautiful papers that are in the annual catalog traditionally all retire. So this is one that I particularly liked. So you need to snatch that stuff up now, and you may as well get it now during Celebration so you can get a free item. It's a win-win. Hello Phyllis and Sylvia and Wanda. Nice to see you. So these are the cards we made yesterday. This was the first one. So we just did blending brushes on the white background in Pool Party and Coastal Bermuda Bay, maybe Coastal Cabana, one of those colors. Coastal Cabana, because that's Coastal Cabana ribbon. And then we did, there's that beautiful greeting, kind people are my kind of people. Then we did this one where I put little pencil marks and colored underneath where I knew this flower was going to be, or I thought this flower was going to be. And then the rest in just soft seafoam. I colored my ribbon soft seafoam. So it turned out pretty. And then the last one, I used some of the die cuts from the set, the pot, and this looks like aloe to me. And then I used that ombre paper, and we're going to use it again today on the first card as well. So those are our 3 cards so far. By the end of the week, you have quite a collection of cards from this set. And I do that because when you're going to invest in a set, I want you to know that it's worth your while and you can make a lot of pretty things. All right, so for the first one, we're going to use that green. Probably should have glued it ahead of time, but I didn't. We're just going to put a little bit of a wash on the back so it's not quite so stark white. So I have my Pool Party and my blending brush. I just start off the paper. Now because it's dotted, it will go a little darker. If you don't want that, just pop right onto the paper. I don't think I do actually. I just want a little bit in the middle. And on camera, you might not be able to notice it. It just really takes the whiteness off of the card. And actually, while I have this out, I'm going to do this one for the last card. And this one I don't mind if I go around the edges. See what I mean? How it goes darker because of the stitched. I think I'll do it dark at the top and then fade really light. and it goes by how much ink you have on and how much pressure. Okay, so now I'm done with this. I can get it out of the way. That you can tell that one's even lighter. I'm going to put this one back with the card, and then we'll use this one. So I have a card base of thick Whisper White, 4 1/4 by 11, folded. Then I have my Granny Apple, no, yeah, it is Granny Apple Green, but it's the ombre paper. And you can decide, do I want the dark on the bottom or the top? And also which way you want this die cut to go. I'm just going to leave it like it is. And I did these ones yesterday, so I didn't put adhesive strips on. I didn't think of that till the very last one that I did. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it on the green. It is pretty exact, the measurements. I just want to say you do have to be fairly exact. It's about 1/8 less than what you would normally do. All right, and I want it this way. So with the white glue, you have a little bit of wiggle room to make sure that everything's good. I forgot to put glue in the middle, but oh well. Oh, that's okay actually, because I'm putting this in the middle. And you can see it's not exactly straight on the back, but it looks straight on the front. So that's what I'm going with. Hi, Judith. All right, let's just pop this on. Now it should fit exactly if I measured correctly. So there's not a lot of room for error with this big stencil. And I see I forgot to poke one of these out. Oh well, it's there now. Okay, now I have my very faint blue, and we're going to build up one of the little pots. So this one is called String of Pearls. I did look it up, and I know because my daughter has some of that plant. I'm pretty sure this one's aloe vera. And then I colored and sponged actually. No, this one's sponged. And then this one I used blends to add a little pop of color. So we have all different shades of green. Now I think I'll build it up and then put it on. So we have our pot, we have our aloe. I'm gonna get some glue dots here. From my little pokey tool, I don't know where it is. Alright, so I'm just going to put a glue dot, pop this into the pot. So there is a stamp for the pot, and yesterday I used the die cut. You can the die cut fits this as well. For this one I stamped it and colored it in smoky slate, dark and light. So next I want to put this one on because I want these to hide it. So they do hang over the pot, like they hang down, because yesterday when I had it I was going to put it back up in here, and then I thought I'm pretty sure that is not how that plant goes, and I was right. Okay, I'm going to add a dimensional to this one and maybe put this one on flat. Let's put this one on first and we'll see. So with succulents, they usually kind of hang over the pot. Some of them, they're also different. I'm actually not a big succulent growing person. All right, so let's just grab this because it's now stuck to the back. All right, so let's put a couple of more dimensionals, a little more strategically this time. I know succulents are very popular right now. It's just not something I really got into. Now, Wink of Stella on our flowers. All right, and now we're going to pop this up. So by popping this up, it'll hold that middle part down that I didn't really glue. going to say, I thought I had a sentiment for this one. So let's go ahead and put this on. It's snowing here again today, but it's quite mild actually. I think it's above 0. So I think it's that snow, kind of, not drizzle, but almost feels a little bit like rain. Okay, I'm putting this a little bit higher than center because I do want to put my little greeting on the bottom. You've been on my mind, which is again from this set and the die. So they have 4 sentiments and 4 dies, and each of the dies fits one of the sentiments. And then of course you can use it for other ones, but I really like this one. It's just a cool shape. So if you have someone that loves succulents, this would be a nice little card to send them. Now, I don't really have the right color bling. I don't think that's going to really go, so this one will be blingless. It does have Wink of Stella though. Okay, so for the next one, you'll remember yesterday I colored underneath where the flowers were. So today I thought, well, I wonder what would happen if I colored on top. So that's what I did. I just took my blending brush. I did soft seafoam, flirty flamingo, darker in the middle, flirty flamingo light, and coastal cabana, and then a bit of granny apple green and some soft seafoam. I had it against a white background, but I didn't really like it. I thought it, and I couldn't really color it, so I was looking through my papers to see what I could find. So I decided on pearlescent. It's such a pretty paper, and I think it looks pretty. So then I probably would have done different colors had I known I was using pearlescent, maybe some softer tones, but okay. So this is on white. And then while I was doing this, I found out something else, another cool technique that I'll show you tomorrow. Kind of just happened. Now for this one, I do want to put a little glue in the middle because I just have a little ribbon going across. So just at some key points, I'll put a little drop. I could use my sponge. Being lazy. All right, that looks good. So I'm putting it on the pearlescent. Doesn't really matter which way, oh geez, which way I put it because I can just turn it. My pearlescent piece probably was a tad small. All right, that's okay because I'm going to put it on the card. All right, let's go ahead and glue this on. The pearlescent paper is in the mini catalog, and it's in the suite with the seashells. So this one's not quite as exact. All right, there we go. I think I wanted it the other way, but too late now. So I have some Flirty Flamingo ribbon that I've colored. I have some white ribbon that I colored with Flirty Flamingo blends. "45 degrees. Well, it's warmer here, so I'm not going to complain, but it's definitely not 45 degrees. We're happy when it's above 0 at this time of year. All right, so I do want to tie a little bow, and then I want to put my little greeting that says thanks. Actually, this might work out pretty well. So I'm going to try to slide it up a little bit above this flower because I don't want to hide this pretty flower. Tie a little bow. This is the crinkled seam binding ribbon that I use all the time. I'm sure I use it on a card every time I do a Facebook Live. It's just so versatile because you can make it any color that you have a blend. All right, I want that bow just a tad bigger. All right. I am going to take some glue dots and put that down. Probably needs to be a bit tighter, but it's good enough. And when I attach this, I will make sure that it holds the ribbon down as well. Now, I don't really want to go over top of that whole flower. So we'll just have it kind of peeking out. And I will put a glue dot under there. And my pokey tool. Oopsie. My fingers are gluey, so it's pulling it up. All right, so there we go. Now I think I'll put, I have these ones, but they're a bit dark, I think. So I'm going to add these little blue ones that kind of pick up whatever color you put with them. I'll just put a couple because the pearlescent paper is pretty on its own. And they're kind of awkward on these ridges. All right, so there's the pearlescent card. How does it compare to the shimmer paper? It's shimmery, I would say, but it's not really thick. It's not as thick as the shimmer paper, but I would say that it shimmers a little more like, it looks like shimmer paint. It looks like they've taken the shimmer paint and painted the whole piece of paper. So the shimmer white I find more of a gloss. This is more of a shimmer, if that makes sense. But it is a lot thinner. Like it's thinner than regular cardstock. Or maybe as thin as regular cardstock. Definitely thinner. Okay, last card. Another little scene. So again, this is the Forever Greenery paper. I haven't used in a long time. I like that side as well. There are quite a few green papers that you could use as backgrounds with the cacti, or the succulents, I should say. So this piece is 4 inches by 5 1/4. Then I have Just Jade. This is the stitched rectangles. Then we have our little piece that we made. I went ahead and itty bitty birthdays for the greeting of Happy Day. So let's go ahead and put this on here. I was trying to pull out all the different green colors. Then again, we have a pot. Our aloe, this is going to look similar to the last one, except it's going to have 2 little flowers, all green, and then our string of pearls. Okay, so let's put that together. You don't have to always come up with a totally different design because you're not giving these cards to the same people, most likely. Okay, I want that down a bit lower. Try that again. Because I want most of this sticking up from the pot. Then we'll put our string of pearls. And when you see it in real life, they look exactly like, if you have a string of pearls, they look exactly like it. So then we have 1, and then we had 2. Man, how do I lose stuff? There we go. So 1 I did in soft seafoam, 1 I did in Granny Apple Green. I was trying to remember which color I used. All right, so there's 1. Oh, man, I did that again. It's sticking to the back. And I'm just going to put a bit of glue here. All right, now, yesterday I put a little ribbon, or not ribbon, linen thread around there. Today I might put it right here. I'm going to try it. See if I like it. So before I put this on, I'm just going to try and see if I'm going to like this. Thinking just a little bow over to the side might be nice. So I'm just using linen thread. And we want to get it so it's kind of where you want it, because if you start messing around with it after you do the bow, it might be too loose. Okay, so I want the bow over here near my happy day. All right, even a little bit more, because I don't want it covering up my sentiment. And I'll put a glue dot so it's exactly where I want it, but it can hang over a little bit because it's going to be popped up here. And I don't want to put it here because the pearls are hanging down here. But I do like it, so I'm going to leave it there. All right, now I'm going to pop this up with dimensionals. And this as well. And if you're mailing this card and you don't want it this high, just don't put so many layers. I think dimensionals are pretty forgiving in the mail. I think they would just squish down. All right, so we'll just attach this. And then I will add a glue dot to the ribbon so that, or the linen thread, so it doesn't go over top of the sentiment. I felt it just needed something. I'm going to do that right now. Put a little glue dot, I'm going to squish it. With glue dots, you can make your ribbons go wherever you want. All right, that looks good. And then we'll add this. And we'll add a little wink of Stella to these little succulents. I think this would be a cute Father's Day card as well. Now that well, you could definitely give it to someone for Father's Day because it just says Happy Day. So it could be Happy Father's Day. Now for this one, I don't think I had any bling. If I colored it different, I could have added the blue ones. A lot of succulents do have blue near them. But instead, we'll just put on some Wink of Stella. And try putting it on these as well. You can put Wink of Stella on anything. It might look cool on the pot too, but then it would have too much. All right, so here's our 3 cards for today. Our first one, use the ombre paper and just a little succulent pot, or a pot and some succulents. The second one I colored with blends on top of the die cut. Coastal Cabana, Flirty Flamingo, and that's Flirty Flamingo, and then Soft Seafoam and Granny Apple Green. And I used pearlescent paper. And the third one, we used Forever Greenery Designer Series paper. And then again, just built up a little scene with the flowers and the pot. And of course, added Wink of Stella. All right, so those are my cards for today. We are working with the succulent set all week, and Friday, of course, is Fun Fold Friday. So we will do something with the succulents and a fun fold. I actually have 2 fun fold ideas that I'm just going to incorporate into the succulents. Thank you for joining me today in my craft room. I do appreciate it if you like or share my video, and I will be back Wednesday at 3 and then Thursday probably at 2, but I'll let you know tomorrow exactly what time because I'm getting my hair cut, which is a big deal. All right, thank you for watching. If you're watching the replay, I do appreciate it, and if you're watching on YouTube, I invite you to hit the subscribe button and the little notification bell so that you'll know when I post a new video. The videos that I post on YouTube are the replays of my Facebook Lives. but I don't post all of them on YouTube. So if you want to see all of them, they're all on my Facebook page. All right, thanks for joining me today. Have a great day and stay safe.